All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem or Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya from GMS Chicago, coming at you again with a quick lesson. I kind of wanted to do this a couple of days ago. I just really had to wait for the Spirit to hit me. But matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Now all this, all this bullshit with the GameStop shit that happened a couple of days ago. Really is it? It's funny. A lot of Edomites are mad about this, man. You had Reddit, you had Robinhood, all these things going on, and they're really mad at the little guys. Now, really, this is beautiful because it's basically Esau versus Esau. This is supposed to be a fair market, which is not. When you get into hedge funds, they have no restrictions, but mutual funds, you do. All right, it's a rigged system. So these guys basically got mad because the lower people, the poor people, if you will, found out the goddamn cheat code. Now these billionaires are mad, saying you're sitting back, you're collecting your checks, your government checks and all this, when the government told us to sit our asses at home. All right? But now you're mad because these guys became millionaires overnight. This is something Esau has been doing his whole fucking life. Going back to the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. You could do your own research on that damn family, man. All right, they've been doing this shit for ages. Now they're fucking pennies in the bunch because the small guy, the small fry, if you will, figured out the cheat code, which really doesn't mean shit. This fucking stock is going to crash regardless, man. But it shows you the true nature of Esau. So let's get into it. Sirach 13:1. He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. All right, so these are what the little guys did. All right, the system is rigged for them to stay rich and for you to stay poor. All right, it's like fucking Vegas. They see a damn fallen company, they're betting against it to fucking fail, while at the same time they're making all this goddamn money, man. But let's go into it. It says, "For how agree a kettle with earth and pot together? For if there be one smitten against another, it should be broken." All right, so one is stronger, one is weaker. All right, the rich man have done wrong, yet he is threatened withal. The poor man is wrong, and he also must and he must entreat also. All right, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. All right, see, when it comes to this Edomite, if you're useful to him, he'll use you up, like that song. Damn, I believe, keep on using me until you use me up, right? I think that was Stevie Wonder. Well, one of them niggas, I don't know. I forget at the moment. But if they see profit in you, they'll use you. Therefore, that's why you have all your black athletes, your black actors and actresses, your black entertainers, if you will. Esau gets fucking rich off these niggas, man. Kobe alone. I didn't want to get started on that. But nonetheless, this is what he do. If he sees some profit in you, he'll use you up till you're not worth shit. All right? And even when you come to your lowest, he ain't gonna fucking help you out. I mean, this guy's mightier than you. Esau's a fucking user, okay? So let me get back into this. He will forsake thee. Verse 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope, and he will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee. Listen, have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. So this guy will use you to fuck up. He will deceive you. Oh, hey, even when it comes to like certain contracts, man. Oh yeah, especially when you get into sports, you get into the entertainment business. This motherfucker is a snake. And they get fucking rich off you so-called black athletes. All right? And this is the mannerism. Because when you go into that stock market, they get rich off the little guy. But you can't come to their level. No, God forbid. You can't come up there with them. But you know why? Esau knows he runs the world. Right? He puts loopholes in certain shit, certain contracts, certain litigations. All right? So he can stay on top and you can stay on bottom. But guess what? That's all prophecy. All right? Read Deuteronomy 28. He should get thee high, you should get you low. He should be the head, you should be the tail. You have to go to him for the want of all things. So when it comes to the stock market shit, the elect doesn't give a fuck. Caesar's fucking palace is going to fall. And when I say Caesar's palace, I'm referring to how Yahweh Shai said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, right? All his shit, his economics, his stock market, his monetary system, all that's going to fail. So I really don't even get into that shit, man. But this shows you how deceivable this man is. This is just so-called supposed to be a free country, a fair market, and it's not. And they know it's not. And this is public domain. Everybody knows this. But you Negroes are still stupid. You still stick your nose up the so-called white man's ass. All right? Says he shall dry twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh. He will laugh thee to scorn afterwards. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Man, if that ain't the fucking white man, I don't know what is, man. This is the rich man we're talking about. All right, you can go read the parable between the rich man and Lazarus. Verse 8. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself. And so much the more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not afar off, lest thou be forgotten. It says, affect not to be made equal. Affect not to be made equal unto him to him in talk. And believe not his many words. For with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. So see, that's what Esau's do. He'll get you drunk. All right. He'll get you all riled up, and he'll get you in a comfortable position, and then he'll learn all your flaws, your ins and out. He'll learn how to take you down. Hey, that's the story of Israel. All right. I believe that's in the book of Judith. All right, when they're not following their Lord, you could take them down. So I would roughly paraphrase. All right, verse 12. But cruelly he will lay up thy words and will not spare to do thee hurt and to put thee in prison. Now listen, I'm glad I came to that part. Salaki. Now they want the government to get involved with this whole GameStop shit because they think it was inside trading. It was Reddit had made the comment online, and millions of people flooded in and got rich in one night. First of all, Esau Edom does this night in, night out when it comes to insider trading. Hey, you know what? Hey, brothers, go watch it's a show called Billions, man. That's a good ass show, brothers. Go watch that show. And I'll leave it at that. Verse 13. Observe and take good heed that thou walkest in for thou walkest in pearls of thy overthrowing. And thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep. Love Yahweh all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation. So we're leaning upon the Lord. We don't lean on this government. We don't lean on their monetary system. Now, of course, we use money. Money's a defense. But what I'm saying is we don't trust in this oppression. We don't trust in this fucking system. All right? Because no matter what you do in the system, Esau's going to find a fucking way to get you. So all you people that did make, and honestly, they made millions legally. But these billionaires, these trillionaires are so pissed off, all right? They're going to find some litigation to get these people put in prison for this shit. And it's really Job 9:24. Shit, this man is in power. You can't go against him, really. You know? Hold on, let me see. I'm just keep on reading. Verse 15. It says, every beast loveth his like, so every man loveth his neighbor. Now listen, we should only be dealing with Israelites. Now we use the world and not abuse it, but when it said, so like, what was that, verse 15? It says, every beast loveth his like. Esau's going to ride with Esau from the lowest to the top. But what you're having happen now is Edomites are starting to fight amongst themselves because they're fucking greedy. Because a lot of people who got fucking rich overnight were these Edomites. There was a little you Jakes that caught on to it. But let's be honest, it was really white people that was getting rich overnight. Right? And people that was in the know. Okay? So now it's, you know, your Joe Six-Packs getting into it with your higher ups, which is perfect. That's prophecy, you know, because you guys are getting greedy. And that's is going to destroy your system. And this could very well cause another civil war because now you guys see that the system is rigged. All right, especially you pro-patriotic guys. All right, they're already pissed off with the Trump shit. Hey, these Edomites are already pissed off. So this is just one more thing adding it to the fire. Okay, verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to the to kind, and a man will cleave unto his like. What fellowship have a wolf with a lamb? So the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between a hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and poor? Okay? As a wild ass is in the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Need I say more? Damn, that kind of rhymed. That ain't what I was doing, but need I say more? Verse 21, a rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down and is thrust away by his friends. All right? Because who's going to get the bailouts? The rich, not the poor. Not these niggas that lost their business because coronavirus and all this shit. Because they make litigation to say if you make this much, you can't get that. If you lost this much, you can't get that. Doesn't matter, it's the same shit, but this is Esau's bullshit. Yeah, this man, listen, this man is wiser than Daniel. When it comes to fucking pen and paper, this nigga is a devil. There's no way around it. This man is a fucking devil. That's why they dumb down everybody else, but they stay up on their so-called education. All right. Verse 22, when a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. There you go. He speak of things not to be spoken. And yet man justify him. All right. Because the rich man is wicked as hell, man. He say all types of shit. But because he got the money, people are going to justify the man. All right. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. And that's really going into us, man. You know? When you really get into that rich man and Lazarus, and that starts with the prophets, man. We were looked down upon. We was beaten. We was shamed. And, it was all Israel, but, you always start with the elect. We're at the forefront of everything, Yahweh Ratazawa, we're amongst that number, Where am I at? When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. They elevate it. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. All right. And really look at your so-called small businesses, man. Look at Katrina. Take a step back and look at a lot of history, man. These upper elites, their whole job is to overthrow you. And they're going to use the pen and paper. All right? Verse 24. Yeah, and go really look at Katrina, man. That shit was really about land and fucking tourism and shit. It was bringing, how do I say? It was more about kicking the niggas out, making the land better so they can make more money. For a better lack of words, Salakia. All right, riches are good unto him that have no sin. Salakia. Riches are good unto him that have no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. Let me read that again. Riches are good unto him that have no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. All right? They can't stand to be poor, man. All right? The heart of a man changes his countenance, whether it be for good or evil. And a merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. A cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity, and the finding out of parables is a wearisome labor of the mind. All right? Because at the end of the day, and that's one thing, I believe that's Ecclesiastes, the more you increase in knowledge, the more you increase in sorrows. All right? But nonetheless, all right, going back to that verse 24, Esau can't stand to be poor, man. And I'm talking about the elites. They don't know how to fucking handle it. All right? That's what I say. Poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. They don't know how to handle it. Then verse 25 says what? The heart of a man changes his countenance. So however he feel inside, you're going to know how, you can tell by the way he looks how he's feeling. All right? And it says whether it be good or evil, so like whether it be for good or evil, and a merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. All right? Now the Lord got our face shining because we're seeing all these things going on. Our enemies fighting each other. This kingdom divided, going down right before our eyes. Hey, we have a merry countenance. That's why we what? Hastening in the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. This shit is over. This shit is over, brothers. All right? The economy is shot. Now they're mad at each other over this damn Wall Street shit. And it's only going to get worse. Call on me, how about you now, Shai? With that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles, a great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abba, Babal.